Hey, everybody, it's me, Lynn Renee McDonald for Practical Spirituality Live here in Virginia Beach. Okay. Um, Today, Universe is guiding me to talk to you about what is going on in these times right now with all the craziness, the government shutdowns, and the coronavirus. All right. They want me to give you an update about what's happening, kind of like a psychic prediction or what's in the energy field that is most likely to come. Okay. Come meaning or happen. All right. So that said, here is the course of action that universe is telling me and guiding me to share with you. First of all, they want me to tell you always, and especially right now, that everything is going to be just fine. All right. Everything is going to be just fine. No matter what, this too shall pass. This is all part of the big changes that were ushered in by love energy. And that's what this is. So this means great change. Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto. Then you have Neptune and Mars, but the big players, especially, they're all big players, really. But the big ones that are really causing this craziness are Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto. Great transformation on huge scale with Jupiter. That's Pluto, Jupiter, huge scale, and then you have Saturn, which is in Earth world. So these are the changes that love energy has ushered in. Huge change, right? This is not going to happen overnight like a fucking crazy Armageddon, like everybody's fears are bringing it into. It is going to be crazy for a while. The degree of crazy, again, we've talked about a lot of this stuff in a lot of my other YouTubes. Tools from metaphysical, from love energy to help you deal and cope and to work with love and get in your heart space, because these are the changes that must happen or are going to happen in the new world, in the age of Aquarius. And this is where we are moving into. So we are like in the shadow season. This is the start, really, of the age of Aquarius. Now, some astrologers will say, well, it's not exactly, but I don't give a fuck about everybody's exactly shit. I just tell people what I get from God. So this is what they are telling me to share with you. So overall, there's all these shutdowns. So we're having a revamping of government, business, people and structures to get into your heart spaces. Okay. This is what's happening. This is going to go on pretty big and heavy for the next 2 to 3 years, but not to this degree. Right here, right now in 2020, this is the heaviest of these changes. People start to freak out like it's an Armageddon. Well, yes, it is definitely a transformation, but it is not to the degree that people think, in their crazy fears here based in Earth world. Okay. But it doesn't mean that there's not going to be challenges. It doesn't mean that, you're not going to do things differently. The old ways, the old paradigms of the old ways are going to vanish or be done with in time. Okay. Now, what are we talking about? We're talking about a lot of the old world stuff, like the idea of security, in the old world ways. These new times are about being in your power, making your dreams happen, making the changes that, are going to bring you into your highest love energy space, make you have and help you have your greatest life. But again, and your dreams happen. And this is all part of the grand design. It's all part of getting you in your heart space for you, from love and making your dreams happen and stepping into your power. So the world is definitely changing from love to a better, healthier space of love energy. So many of the old paradigms, like I said, are going to be disappearing. Now, it's not going to happen overnight, right? So, you're not going to go hide in your bomb shelter, or, crazy shit like doomsday shit, okay? It's not going to be like that exactly, not even close, okay? So this should let you relax a little bit, but it doesn't mean that there is not going to be challenges, and it doesn't mean that there's not going to be radical shit like now, because everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening, and it's because it's change. And our fears come up when we are wondering or don't know for sure what is really going to happen. The higher you vibrate, the more you're in alignment with love, the more you're in your heart space, the more you are consciously with love, like I teach, which is in my videos as well, and it was in all these videos. So, the better the space you are going to be in, the better the changes are going to be for you. However, Saturn is about responsibility, earth world responsibility, and making things happen for you. Okay. It is about hard work. So the next many years to come, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, and into the next 20 some years, all these changes are going to take place into our future here in this earth world dimension. Okay. But the biggest changes are right now, and between the most radical is right now and in the next 2 to 3 years, okay, as they vamp all this out. And the government is going to try to hold on for as long as possible to everything they got, but it doesn't mean the government's going to totally collapse and everything's going to be a shitstorm. What it means is there's going to be huge revamping in all the systems and all the things that are going on, because they're not in the highest form of love, or they're not in their heart space at all, or going in that direction. So this is about stopping the unwellness, changing the unwellness is here. And this video is a heads up to let you people know what's happening. Okay. So it is not going to be the end of the world. There are going to be challenges, this is what's going on, and here's some of the challenges, to be more specific, that universe has guided me to tell you about, and the things that are coming for the future, really quick and easy, coming up the next 2 to 3 weeks. It could be 2 to 3 weeks. In long term, it will be 5 to 8, but it's most likely going to be 2 to 3 weeks. That's why Donald Trump is president, because he's going to get the economy back going to where it needs to go. It's not without a fight and without a shitstorm. But if you know anything about Donald Trump, and I'm not being advocating for Donald Trump or being a Donald Trump fan, what I'm talking about here is how universe has lined all of us up with the best people for the job that needs to be done for this transformation to love in this earth world here where we all are. And the biggest reason Donald Trump is the president is because he will be adamant about the changes that need to happen. In other words, he will be least likely to let the economy collapse, because he's like in this space where he has the ability to stick to it no matter how many fucking haters hate him and all that crap. And that's really what you're going to need now to get the economy back in line, to bring people back. Because if you keep letting it go down, then you're going to have bigger issues and bigger things going on, more business falling apart. So there's going to be a lot of crazy, absolutely. But this is about taking chances, getting things done in your life to make your dreams happen. All right. So there's going to be a lot of radical change here. And the better you ask God to be okay with change, and that goes smoothly and it's abundant and you're happy and your family is safe and healthy and happy, the better overall it's going to be for you. Okay. And for all of us, all guided and in alignment with love and in our heart spaces. Okay. So Donald Trump is really the best man for the job to get the economy back up and rolling. And this is all part of that, while all the haters are throwing egg at him and garbage at him and all of that shit. Doesn't mean that everything he does is super fantastic. This is all just in alignment with the stars for what needs to happen here. He's a being, just like I'm a being, you're a being, and we all have different missions and soul journeys here. And his soul is come in to do this. This is also so that it keeps it more in a balance with love, and so that we don't have a crazy Armageddon situation where people, are losing their jobs and don't eat and trying to harm others to eat and all this crazy stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a big grand plan here, and everybody's souls is just part of all that is God, that is all of this. So just so you know, these things will all be worked out. But government and these fights and this juvenile shit is going to continue as it has. Habits, patterns, and beliefs don't go away unless the people change them within their souls. Bottom line, and in all that they are. So the government isn't going to change unless they're forced to change. Now you can change it in here in the way I do and make it really simple. Like we could really help the government and this whole situation if they just fucking worked with love. And that's for everybody. All the haters too. They got to be responsible for their bullshit, because Saturn, Capricorn, and Jupiter and Pluto are not going to allow you not to be in these new times. Okay? This is the truth. truth about all this crazy shit that's happening. So if you're an asshole or a hater, whoever you direct it to Donald Trump or anybody, your shit is going to come back to you like never before, right? And the guys that are left standing in the best and healthiest spaces of love at the end of the day will be the ones who are in their heart, the ones that honor them, respect them from love in the highest form, and be guided by their highest heart self, their highest love energy space, along with working with universe, God, love energy, spirit, whatever you want to call it. So these changes will happen. Government will hold on to their systems and their things as long as they can. They'll try to revamp things, but good things are definitely going to come out of it and are already coming out of it. And these are all about getting people in their heart space, because when you don't have an economy, boy, you're that much grateful for the things that you do have. When you can't go shopping all the time like we used to, when you can't get the things that you need, you can't have everything you want all of the time whenever you want it, like these times are bringing us to, all right, you're that much more grateful and in your heart space. And now when you're grateful, that raises your elevation. And this is all part of the grand design. Like I've done some businesses, business, where we went out to get something to eat and they're all bringing it to the curbside with all these crazy changes that are happening. And it doesn't mean that we want the people to get sick here. That's not what we're talking about. When we say, oh, this is about getting in your power and bringing about the economy, it's not just that. It's about taking responsibility for yourself here and in the next years to come, so that you don't get sick, so that you take care of you. You eat the right diet, vitamins, minerals, herbs. You take care of you from love in the healthiest, best way, right? All right. But we are all ultimately responsible for ourselves. And that's what this energy is doing. It's putting us in our heart space, making ourselves responsible for ourselves. And like what I talked about, the curbside pickup, right? So we got a bunch of food curbside. They didn't have this and they didn't have that. And it was a big shitstorm. And an order that should have taken 15 minutes that we called in for lunch took like a fucking hour. And I'm like, is this fucking nuts? Well, that just makes me be a hell of a lot more grateful for the times when I did get my food fast, for the times when I had whatever I wanted in my lunch, for those times when things went quick, things went easy, things went smooth. Everything has always been right here at our fingertips. All right. And so now that it's not, wow, we're that much grateful for all the things that we have, and we're much more in our heart space from love, and that's all these changes that is happening here, okay? So really neat stuff and really wonderful stuff. Like here, to give you an example, we went to get our food, they didn't have this, they didn't have that. They gave us like this giant cookie tray and another small box of cookies and 2 bags of chips and a mayonnaise and mustard thing for free, right? The fucking restaurant gave us that for free, and we're like, wow. And then universe said, well, that's because they don't want it to go bad and they want to keep the customers they have because they're grateful. And now is a time to show and be in your heart space authentically. And I was like, thanks, God. Same thing. Banks, what are they doing? They're waiving fees. All the credit card companies are waiving fees. They're starting to see things in a different way. All these changes are forcing really cool things. Like I was supposed to go to San Diego this weekend on an airplane flight, right? To do an event, and my flight got canceled. And normally the airlines would be like, fuck you, you're not getting your money back. So they're either going to give me a voucher for the next year, or they're going to give me my money back, which is really, really fucking cool. All right. So there's a lot of great things that universe is bringing to us within all of these changes. So best thing to do is ask God that you see them. Ask God that you're grateful. Ask God for wonderful gifts like this, Like I closed down one loan, paid off the loan. I didn't have to pay penalty fees on it. Like that saved me like $2,000. That's awesome. That's fucking universe being there for you. Because why would they do that for me? Because I'm in my heart space. I'm in alignment with love. And I keep working with that love no matter how the shitstorm brings itself on, right? And the more we are in our heart space, the more we make everything smoother on a personal level from love and in the best way from love. And the more you guys do too. So this is to let you know what's going on. Lots of stuff is still going to be revamped. The economy and stuff, this has been great change, and it's not going to be the same, right? Everything is going to keep on evolving and changing, right? With the economy, with the sickness, with all of this, do the stuff, all the stuff to protect you that is the healthiest and best for you from the virus, right? And you don't do stupid shit. You make wise choices, right? Wise choices from love, heart space choices are wise choices, okay? So this was to give you an update, let you know you're going to be fine. Love energy is what it's all about. Get in your heart space. Great things are happening, okay? And it helps you see things a little bit clearer, you know? Lots of fees and fines or waves, and universe always has your back. In other words, God is never going to let you down. Love energy is never going to let you down. Just got to be there and do the work from love. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.